brother, my sister, this is the epitome of arrogance and mediocrity. Upon Nkrumah's utterances, an epitome of arrogance, mediocrity, my brother, my sister, and above all, is an insult to the people of Ghana. My brother, my sister, at the time that you were campaigning, I wish you had told Ghanaians that you were not promising Ghanaians a perfect Ghana. And we will see how many people would have voted for you. My brother, my sister, now it hurts me so much when politicians talk like this. When they are satisfied, they lose their brains. When politicians enjoy the taxpayers' money, and above all, when they go into dubiousness, a lot of them talk the way upon Nkrumah is talking today. It's sheer arrogance and mediocrity. It's a big insult to the people of this nation. The Nana Akufo-Addo regime did not get anywhere near perfection. The Nana Akufo-Addo government rather retarded the growth of this nation and threw us into the deepest echelons of begging and corruption. I am so disappointed that a silent upon Nkrumah will all of a sudden emerge with this arrogance and mediocrity. My brother, you have failed. Be bold enough to tell the people that you have failed. You have failed abysmally. Instead of bowing down your heads in shame and apologizing to the people of this country for hoodwinking us into mediocrity and nothingness with dirty promises, you are here talking arrogant. You are here talking mediocrity. You are here insulting our sensibilities. Now, the Nana Akufo-Addo government is the worst performing government this nation has ever had. In fact, it has performed more abysmally than even coup d'etat regimes. Even those guys, Afrifa, Achampon, and the rest of them who came in through the barrel of the gun have performed far better than Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia combined. It's the worst 8 years we are seeing. And as much as possible, COVID-19 is far better than the Nana Akufo-Addo regime. In fact, if you ask me to choose between COVID-19, if you ask me to choose between Ebola, if you ask me to choose between HIV/AIDS and the Nana Akufo-Addo regime, I will go with speed geometrically to pick up COVID-19. My brother, chances are that with COVID-19, at least I would recover. But there are no chances in the Nana Akufo-Addo regime. It's a bleak, doomified government. My brother, my sister, it is doomsday. That's why I told you, if you make a mistake and vote Bawumia as president of this nation, then I would understand that I am in the wrong nation. I would understand now that you are numb to suffering and pain. I will not be in this environment. But somebody would have, who are you at all? Yes, I am the one talking to you on radio. There are 1 trillion people who would have had this privilege to speak to you on radio. But the finger of the Almighty touched me and brought me to sit here and speak. So I see myself as so privileged to live another few years to be able to speak on radio, speaking truth to power, never under the Bawumia regime. I have seen enough of the arrogance, enough of the mediocrity. I have seen enough of the nonchalance. I have seen enough of the nonsense. I have witnessed enough of the suicide mission. I am not ready for an extra time of a Bawumia Akufo-Addo regime. My brother, my sister, now let us go back to Oppong Nkrumah. Oppong Nkrumah has been in my position before, a radio presenter, talking about some of the ills of the society on radio. He was one of those who complained about the terrible economic situations in this country. In fact, when aspiring presidential candidates were even brought together to debate and to tell us exactly what they intended to do with the presidency, Oppong Nkrumah was the one who was the anchor of that sterling program. Little did we know that he was also ready to sell us all out. The same things that we fought against. Today, people like Oppong Nkrumah are defending those things, the rot and the corruption and the mediocrity. It's like the Blasters going to play and they are kicked out of the first leg of the whole competition. And they come home and tell us, oh, but we didn't promise you that we're bringing the cup. What an insult. If you were told us right from the beginning that you were not going to bring the cup, we would have decided to make you sit down so we would save our time and money. It's an insult to the people of Ghana. And arrogant guys like Oppong Nkrumah, we all have to be careful. They are with you when you all are suffering. But the moment they get a certain privilege to step a little higher, they look down on you and they don't care whether you die or suffocate. I am so ashamed of this remark. We did not promise you a perfect Ghana. What arrogance and foolishness. We all know perfection is only with God. We all know perfection is only with God. So when you come to tell us that you have not promised us perfection, I want to believe that you are insulting our sensibilities. How dare you? The more I listen to this Nana Akufo-Addo Bawumia government, people talking trash like this, the more I want to employ Zoom Lion to carry all of them back into the garbage dump. It's sad. Oppong Nkrumah, so soon? We did not promise you a perfect Ghana. How dare you? Even the almighty America is not a perfect environment. The almighty China is not a perfect environment. My brother, my sister, there is no perfection until it is heavenly. In other words, divine. In other words, godly. For you to tell us this is rubbing pepper in our eyes. I think the people of Ghana deserve an apology from this mediocre-minded, arrogant MP. I'm so ashamed. I know Oppong Nkrumah. We used to be together at multimedia. We interacted several times and for several years. I know him at least for the period that we were at multimedia. But nobody is bigger than the truth. Ghana first. We will not sit down for a few people to derail the process of this nation by virtue of the fact that they have a certain privilege. No, sir. I have children. He has children. He doesn't feed my children. I don't feed his children. It's Ghana that feeds all of us. Whoever punctures or bores a hole in Ghana and makes the Ghanaian ship sink like the Titanic is my enemy. Oppong Nkrumah, this is disgraceful. Please apologize to the good people of this nation.